preparing to live stream.
It says live on Facebook.
We're live on Facebook. Hello, Facebook. How are you? So always a little bit tricky with this, that we never know whether we've gone live. But I just want to say welcome, everybody. It's Jo Bendel here, and productivity. Oh yeah, we're definitely live. I'm productivity coach and mentor. Today we are talking all about consistency. Now, I'm super passionate about really finding ways for you to, I seem to have, I could hear myself again then. So yeah, I'm super passionate about finding ways for you to easily achieve your goals and your desires. I'm on that own mission myself, and this is why I have invited the very fabulous Heather Jones, aka the Brain Trainer, to join me live today. So Heather, she trains people's brains, and this is about their energetic and their emotional relationship with the things in their lives. So it could be money, career, bodies, relationships. So today she's here to chat Lady Boss Brains with, that's something that as entrepreneurs, we really, really good at getting in our own way and struggling with consistency. So welcome, Heather. Thanks so much for joining me. How are you?
Oh, thank you, Jo. I am, I'm just super today. I've just come from the gym. I was just sort of saying earlier, I've swapped Coke for cash. So I'm in my gym clothes. I'm feeling really good, and I just sort of thought, well, I could kind of just jump in the shower and get myself all sorted. But actually, this is how I'm showing up. This is me being real, authentic. And and this work has brought me to this place, essentially. So I've been training people's brains, as you know, and you're right, it's that emotional and energetic connection with the things in our life, with the thoughts, essentially. And that is the instigator for all our habits and behaviors. And I'm so excited to talk about this subject of consistency. It's something that people again and again will come to me and say, I'm just not consistent. Oh, I'm just not consistent. I don't have the willpower, whether it's the weight loss stuff, whether it's the lady brains, where they know what they need to be doing. I should be doing this, I should be doing that. I'm just not doing it. I'm not consistent. I don't have that pattern. And this is what I was just gonna, wanting to ask, if people could just drop in the comments what they think that they're not consistent with. I'm not consistent at posting. I'm not consistent at, prepping my meals, whatever they feel like they should be doing.
And I see that we've got hello listeners. Hi, thanks for joining us. So just pop in the comments, let us know where you're listening in from as well. And like Heather says, anything that you kind of tell us what's coming up for you about consistency, and what your struggles are, what it is that you're not being consistent with. And that's really weird that's come up in the chat box.
Yeah. Just Lauren's saying regular meditation.
Regular meditation. With it. Oh, okay, cool. So, regular meditation's a really good one as well. And I'm really excited to, I'm not sure where that link came from, but anyway, hi, Lauren. Thanks for Laurel. Thanks for joining us. So I'm really excited about this because, we'll talk about both before we get started. Whilst you're popping in your comments, just let us know, again, what that consistency stress is. And I'm saying, like, Heather and I have known each other for a good few years now. And we're really on each other's support team, which has been an amazing journey. So probably about 2.5 years ago that Heather actually started working with me. I was her productivity coach. And like you said before, you've got this mindset stuff down, but like the tools to actually effectively like not getting out of your own way, but like knowing how to go about it. And then we kind of swapped roles, and then last year I started working with Heather, and she's been really helping me with my Lady Boss brain, and helping me to really shift out of some of the blocks that were stopping me from being able to step up into a bigger mission-based business. So I got to the stage where my business really needed me to step up to a bigger game and play a bigger game, and I was resisting it. And so she really helped me really work through all the things that we talk about, like all the stuff that gets in our way. I'm not good enough. Who am I to, etc. So I know
that's scared of being seen. I mean, the stuff that's on the course is the basically when we start our businesses, and that overwhelm that we feel like a fraud, all of that stuff. But doing that one-to-one work with you was just fascinating to find your own sort of patterns and specific story.
Yes, absolutely. Now, I was just going to say, just see all the comments have just come through now. So we've got, we've got people in Dallas. Hello, hi. So we've got not consistent at auditioning and posting on Facebook to my professional page. Natalie says you're not really consistent with my own marketing yet, and I'm doing great for a while and then I crash, which is obviously why we're here. So keep the comments coming about where your consistency is struggling. But yeah, back to you, Heather. Sorry.
I was just sort of reminiscing over our time this year, where we looked at and it's just, I suppose it's that awareness, and this is why I want people to write down their comments, that awareness of where they're not being consistent, and your awareness of like, I don't feel fulfilled in this part, I don't feel fulfilled in that part, and we really kind of busted through that stuff.
Yeah, the big one for me was the fulfillment, which was amazing, because actually from the outside, I'm a digital nomad. I travel the world. I was actually in Costa Rica, sat with this beautiful view. I have the most amazing clients. Thank you, ladies who are here now. And I was like, how the hell can I feel unfulfilled? And I journaled around this stuff, and I was like, what's this about? And that's what we started digging in deeper to. And I will say now that using Heather's tools, I had these thoughts that were there, and they were real thoughts that I, really, really believed. And then by doing the work, like within a couple of weeks, I was just like, did I have those thoughts? Because I don't even know, that wasn't me. And this is why she's here now, because I think that the work that Heather can bring to the work that I do with my ladies is it's just an absolutely perfect. We need this. Like, I always talk about the mindset side of things. We talk about productivity blocks. Why are we not taking action? Why are we procrastinating? And it doesn't matter how many tools I give you if we don't focus on the mindset as well. And this is why I'm excited, and really why we're here now, is that this is what you need to be able to blast through to the next level.
Yeah.
So what else?
You've got all that framework there. It's the mindset stuff, and actually, just, I'm not a mindset coach in terms of like, let's just think positively and coaching you through in a mindset way.
It's retraining your goddamn brain.
Literally retraining the brain. It is energetically at the subconscious level. I just want to talk about this consistency piece, because we've been thinking about it all wrong. When we're saying I'm not consistent, when we're saying, oh, I'm just, I give up, or I only get so far and then I fall off, it's all baloney. We are consistent. We are absolutely 100% consistently our patterns. Now, if we do not change our patterns, so we're not going to be changing anything. You will consistently do a number of posts on Facebook and then stop. You will consistently run at something and then stop. You will consistently feel bad. You'll consistently have self-doubt. You'll consistently, what people call self-sabotage and I call self-protection. You're protecting that original program. So I really want people to just take this very, very, strongly, this idea that they are consistent. They are consistently their pattern. And when you start looking at it and flipping it in that way and thinking, oh my God, I thought I had this problem with consistency, but actually that is just my pattern. I have been consistently doing the same pattern because I have trained my habits and behaviors from when we were between the ages of 3 and 11 is when we start banking our original, our sort of core beliefs, if you like, our sort of pleasure and pain sort of parts of us that motivate us, that keep us rolling with one thing. It's that classic sort of diet mindset stuff where I work with a sort of a gym up here. We're doing the mindset around diet and body, and this lifetime relationship with food. We're going to having a lifetime relationship with food. We're going to have a lifetime relationship with your relationship with work, and you will be consistently your pattern if you do not change that pattern. And that pattern might be working for you. If it's not working for you, know that you can change, know that you can think differently. I just sort of think that's huge.
It is huge, and I only because obviously I've been on the receiving end of this and had results that it's like gets me really excited that I'm a big advocate of journaling and really changing your
Mhm.
story and talking to yourself in a different way. But ultimately, everybody that I work with and myself will still fall off the wagon. It's like Laura says there, regular meditation. Why can't I just be consistent with that? And we'll do it for so long and we fall off the wagon because it's our pattern. We're going back to I love the way how you explain the self-protection. It's like we're going back to our self-protection. It feels this is what's our comfy comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the comfort blanket. And well, we talked about having a blanket.
We have
I
our own
had a
comfort
blanket.
blankets.
I definitely had a blankie when we started working together,
Yeah.
and she was like Joe's blankie, keeping her safe. And
Yeah.
I forgot about the blankie.
And I did.
Yeah.
So quickly we forget because we moved
Yeah.
into the new plan, and this is what you've experienced. It's like, how can I have ever thought that way? And you were, we sort of, and you're like, and just uncomfortable with that stuff, and you literally 3 weeks later you were like, that doesn't even feel like me. I can't even recognize that. This stuff is
not
powerful.
My thoughts. Yeah. And that blew my mind, is that literally I was really unfulfilled, and this has been going on for a long time, and I was very, I have an amazing life, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not allowed to feel unfulfilled. And then but these thoughts, when I was like, oh my God, it was just and now I can, I don't even, I could reread the stuff and I'd be like, who is that person that thought that? Because I don't feel it, I don't think it. And that's what's really exciting about this. But yeah, so Natalie says we will consistently be inconsistent.
Yes,
if you carry on this
be flexible, and let's be flexible, and let's be okay with it. If we're consistently okay with that, then that's a good thing. That's going to be so much benefit, to our bodies. We're not sort of blocking ourselves and building up that resistance. And we want to be, we want to have freedom. That's our sort of basic settings, our sort of freedom. Anyone sort of comes and encroaches in that. It starts with food. You can't have this, you can have that, you're good if you eat this, you're bad. Learning that behavior over and over again, this reward cycle is so strong. When you're thinking differently, you're going to be acting differently. What are you going to do?
So Andrea has put, so are you saying that we have to move out of our comfort zone in order to be consistent, or that we shouldn't worry that we're not consistent?
Know that you are consistently your pattern. Look for those parts in your pattern that don't feel good. Know that you can change them, and do some of the brain training around this. So if it is like a kind of classic pattern will be preventing yourself from being seen. So you're on the lady boss,
which is great. Answering all this blogging, social media, is the fear of being seen. So talk about the lady boss course.
So on taking that's one sort of section of it. The Lady Boss course is a 21-day mindset course or brain training course that is just going to get you thinking differently about all of these topics. And we're just using that. So over 21 days, it starts from I feel overwhelmed. So that thought of I feel overwhelmed is going to be calmed down. The next day, you'll get a video on I feel like a fraud. Who am I to do this? What will others think of me? I don't want to be seen. I'm scared to be seen. This is going to be around your fears of judgment, or FOPO, which I coined the other day.
I saw that. I liked it.
Fear of pissing people off with like, oh my God, I'm just so successful. I'm doing so much stuff. We're actually, people want this work. We're so focused on others in our industry, we're forgetting about the billions of people that are being called to us because we've been called to do this work. So it's about reconditioning those thoughts and thinking very differently. 21 days, you're going to just have batted down all of those main consistent thoughts that keep coming up. And you will have trained your pattern out of that. You would have trained your mindset out of that to something more clearer, to clarity. And when we're in clarity, we have that freedom, your brain will just start, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you jump on that call? Why didn't you be more open and free to start doing? And like, Joe says, taking that sort of imperfect action. just doing the stuff that you're inspired to do, and
Yeah.
free from fears.
And that's what's this is what's really exciting, is the topics that you discuss, the topics that you blast through. I mean, obviously they're absolutely aimed at people like us, and we've got like the same, you know, where I need a breakthrough, or where's the money coming, and all these things. I'm not ready yet. I've got to learn some more stuff, and all these topics are like thrashed through over 21 days, and it's just, it absolutely shifts everything internally. This isn't like a you know, like, it's not something you got to show up and you've got to do this work. You basically, you just go through this process, and it internally changes things. Like I obviously don't know the whole, you know, the ins and outs of it, but for me, all I can say is that I can't relate to some of the thoughts that I used to have because of doing this work. And now that for me is just, it's ridiculously exciting. For my ladies who are, you know, they come into me and they're like, I give them the tools, but they're like, you know, I'm still struggling with this. And it's, I know it's fear. Like, I mean, like, we'll break it down and it's like, this is fear. This is that self-preservation. But that's not enough. It's okay to know it's fear, and it's okay to journal around it, but it's still not enough. We've got to shift it.
You can't cling to the positive memes, or the, you know, I should be thinking better, or it'll all be all right in the night, we'll all work out. We actually want to be thinking differently, and we do have the power to do that. Like you said, you're literally thinking differently. You can't access those past thoughts because they're no longer there. You're walking down a different path. You're playing a different tape. You've recorded over the original tape, and that's, so you can't access it. You can almost not relate to it. Lots of people come to me for weight loss and a huge sugar addiction, just loads of emotional eating going on, and I can't even remember, to be honest, how I was feeling. I'm so guided naturally to just eating differently now, of thinking so differently. I'm not trying anymore. It's not the conscious, it's the subconscious.
Oh, we got lots of hearts. Thank you, everybody. So actually, Natalie has said, now Natalie is in your 21-day Lady Boss program. She said, so do you recommend that you keep doing all of them until they feel untrue, even though you get a new one each day? Also, maybe you're doing 7 some days. Okay.
What was the last bit? If she's doing quite a lot.
So she said, so does she pick the one that's really resonating and keep doing it until it doesn't resonate anymore, or does she keep doing each day as they get released?
Oh, if she wants to stay on one topic, there's a few people that just go, oh, I love that one. I'm just going to do that one until it's really, really just natural. I keep going through the course because it's going to just kind of like push and pull. All of the overriding thing is that you're okay, you're free, you've got choice. We're going to clear the fears. So it's all kind of playing the sort of full song, but these are just like the little chords, if you like. These are the individual
and chords. I definitely think if you've got something big you want to blast through, keep tapping on it like you gave to me. I had this one sequence about being unfulfilled that I just had to tap on every day for 21 days. I didn't even get to the 21 days because it had blasted out. I was like, who is she? So like just, you know, like picking something that really resonates, that's proving a bit of a block.
So if it's like one note, you just want to keep playing, and you just want to like la 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 la, just keep playing it.
You've got this one story.
Yeah.
And like some of them you'll just look at and you'll know, okay, that is really my block. You know, if you're struggling to, let's go back to, it was Lakeisha, you were saying, you know, you're really struggling with your blogging, your social media for your business. And it's like that, you know, that there's something about visibility there, isn't there? And like really,
I don't know the words. Are they going to resonate with me? What are people going to say? You know, where is the angle in that? And just go, okay, why is, you know, this is, I get people to rate that feeling, that intensity on a scale of 0 to 10. And this is why it's trackable as well, because then you can go, I don't feel anything on that. So, what was her name? Alicia? Lakeisha.
Yeah.
So, is it I'm stuck with the writing. I don't feel like I have the authority in my voice. you know, where is that? Is it because that person's better? And so all of that is just an idea, a thought, or belief. And yeah, maybe
you can get rid of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was looking at my 10 automated emails that get sent out when people log in, and I was thinking, wow, I could say that so much better now with so much more clarity. So you just got to start where you're at.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And that is
Yeah,
my
definitely.
absolute mantra. So like anybody that's been following me for a while will know. I mean, I don't even have this as my mantra anymore because it's my default. But, you know, 3 years ago, I was telling myself imperfect action is better than no action. And I had to tell myself that every day. And then when I show up in my business imperfectly, nothing broke, nothing bad happened, but I grew it. But it wasn't my, you know, like I had to make a, you know, like this had to become a thing for me to consistently do it. And then when things went wrong, instead of me beating myself up, I was like, imperfect action is better than no action.
And it's data then as well. It's data.
Yes.
So something that's on the course is, I'm a perfectionist. This is what people say to me. That's something that they will, you know, label themselves to stop them to doing it. And we're all
classic.
And it's great to be a perfectionist. There's nothing wrong with like aiming for perfection, but we don't want it to stop us.
And perfect doesn't exist, so you're actually aiming for something that's impossible. Lakeisha says fear if it's valuable enough, which obviously is a huge one for everyone. Yeah. The
authority. Am I giving it? And this is on the course as well. You know, it goes from that little sequence goes from am I charging my worth, knowing my worth, charging my worth, and then when you over deliver, and I think we would have all done this, the pain of over delivering and not kind of getting the value back or receiving back, that feels horrible. Never going to do that again. So then you're like, I'm scared to ask for the big bucks, the money, and then I hate it when they don't charge me my worth. We're just going to battle that out.
Oh yeah, I love the worth stuff. That's so good. Yes. And again, it's obligation to other things. Need to say no more. So actually, this is really about interesting. Is that what we actually need to do, Heather? Is come up with like a joint thing because they need both of us. Because actually, like the saying no, the more things you can say no to, like as soon as you can embrace saying no, like remembering that every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So like, is that okay? Asking yourself, is it okay that I've got to sacrifice something else to say yes to this? But yeah, like all of this stuff, like the thoughts that are around this, these are deep emotional patterns that, like Heather said, they've been with us for a long time. Keeping you consistently inconsistent. Yeah. Or I would say keeping you consistently getting in your own way. Yeah. And you have that, you're here for a reason. You have, like, people need you. People are out there waiting for you, and you're being a disservice to them by keeping yourself small and safe. And this is an amazing way to sort of shift yourself out of that. And let's just talk a little bit about, if anyone's got any questions, pop them in the comments. But also just explain a little bit more about the Lady Boss program, because it's super affordable. But obviously it's super powerful, and it will absolutely have a big impact. And you definitely get support. You get a Facebook group, don't you, with support. But just explain the pricing.
So yeah, it's $99, one-off payment, and over 21 days you'll get a 5 to 10 minute video. Every day you'll get an email to say, right, the next one's up. And it's kind of like the small hinges to open the big doors. It was like, what's the least we can do? Because we've all got, we're all data drowning.
This is why I like it. It's short and achievable. It doesn't sit in your inbox going, I feel guilty because I haven't done it. It's just,
exactly. And you're doing something practical, and it is like a morning meditation, because there's a breathing practice to it. There's beautiful affirmations, and just being able to release that, and you'll feel the mental, physical, and emotional results, and the sort of this energetic shift. And 21 days is enough to create a change. And I might even add some extra sort of bonus videos into that. There's also a meditation that is, I mean, it's over 5,000 downloads now. I mean, I haven't checked the things this week, but it is just, I think it's amazing.
Heather's voice doing a meditation, I have to say, I was in Mexico when I got your meditation, and I was just like, It was just wonderful. There's something very special about your the way you deliver it. Yeah.
My natural hypnotic
Yes.
tone.
Yeah.
Which I love. But it's not only just got this guided meditation and my voice, but some brain entrainment technology, and this stuff is next level. This is taking your brain waves, just making them, traveling them into the theta wave, which is the calm, beautiful state, meditative state just before sort of sleep. There's also beautiful subliminal messaging that you can't hear, that's a silent track that just can only be audible by the brain. This is crazy. And an energetic track as well. So people who've not been sleeping, have rebound insomnia, I've got a sort of sleep one, and they're saying they're out within 5 minutes. And it's really powerful. It's like, I've just packed everything into it. Neuro-linguistic programming, the EFT is in there, all of that stuff. But the meditation that you get on the course is a mindset money meditation. And it's all about, just attracting that money in on the energetic level, being okay with it, and being okay with letting it go, knowing that it's going to return, just like the breath. Just like breathing in, breathing out, clients in, clients out. You wouldn't want all your clients right now, 10,000 clients, and then having to eke them out. We want a natural flow. We want to build
the flow. The ease and the flow as well. Natalie says, I've been doing them in the mornings. I love the fact that after the video of the day, I feel relaxed and raring to go. Love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I get it. Yeah, it's so this is easy. This is actually really easy as well, isn't it? That's the thing. Yes. But it's super powerful. And one of the things that you always told me was like, this is subtle. It's really subtle. It's going to change, and you're going to be like, what happened? But it's like.
Because we don't think the change. When we're not thinking about it, we're just not thinking about it. We're acting differently. And this is what people will call me out. My big course is the weight loss course, and they'll be like, "What have you done to it?" I stopped eating this stuff. I haven't bought any chocolate. I haven't thought of Chinese, and it's powerful.
I love it.
That's all powerful.
Yeah, super powerful. So I've put the link in the comments if anybody wants to go and check them out. There's the comments in the link is in the comments. I'll post it again. And so if anyone's got any questions, then just come up. If you're watching the replay, post your questions on the Facebook link and we will answer them. We can answer any questions. But what I do say is the work that I do with my clients, this is an absolutely wonderful addition. And I'm like, I'm pretty protective of what I share with my peeps because it's very important to me that I do not waste their time. I'm a productivity coach. I can't waste their time. It's not okay. And so I'm really very, very protective about what I share. But I really believe in this, because it's had a big impact for me, a huge shifts I've had, but also because of the work that I do, it's like that. It's this perfect fit to it to tackle this from both sides and to be unstoppable. So if you want to get into August and be like, right, okay, I'm ready, then really seriously to have a look at these and get ready to blast through this. It's not okay anymore. It's time that we change these patterns and we do what we're here to do. Women are going to change the world, but they've got to get out of their own way.
They got to and just this consistency bull crap, not being consistent, dump it. You are consistent in your pattern. Change your pattern. Look at those things.
And I want to just repeat that. It is absolute BS. You are consistent. I can't remember it as she said it, but you're consistent in your pattern. So let's get a new pattern. One that absolutely allows you to be the woman that you desire to be, but more importantly, the woman that you need to be to achieve your goals, your desires, your dreams. So like, who do you need to be her? We need different patterns to do that. And this is an amazing way to, cut in the BS. Yeah.
To do it easily and effortlessly without, having to do that, the conscious mindset. I'm trying to be a lady boss brain. You're going to be it because you're changing.
Thank you, Jasmine.
At the level.
It's just great training. So I'm conscious I don't want to keep everybody. And also Heather, thank you. If anyone's got any questions, then pop them in. We'll come back and answer them. But do check out the link and have a look. And we'll also click through because then you can see what topics all the videos are. And then you'll just be like, oh my God, she's in my brain.
In my brain.
She's basically in my brain and she knows what I need, because they are so flipping on target. Like, they're perfect for a women in business. Obviously that's why it's Lady Boss Brains. You know, it's great. I'm really excited. I'm glad that you created it, because I think it's really great for my ladies. And yeah, I don't think there's any questions coming through. I know there's a bit of a delay. But anything else you wanted to say just to sign off?
I'm really just impressed with everybody in this group, and just, yeah, I'm celebrating you and wish you all the success.
Yeah, me too. And thank you so much for being here. And yeah, here's to all of us. Here's to all of us stepping up, being that woman that we need to be, and allowing the support that we need to be able to be that person. And it's okay for this to be easy. It's okay for it to be easy for you to be wildly successful. So thank you, amazing lady, for coming and sharing your gorgeousness with us. And we're grateful for your Lady Boss Brains training. And yeah, take care, everybody. Thanks ever so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.